Yeah, in that deck. So, not that it infects a thing, but yeah. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. You are listening to episode 70 of Paper Player. I'm your host, Tony, and I'm joined with Josh, JB, and Jeff had to emergency bulk sort as always. He said, I think I put the red stuff by the blue stuff, and he had to go unsort it.
No. What happened was he packed his mic away with his cards by accident. Now he's digging through the bulk that he sorted to find the mic that he's missing. Or the camera.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, that's what it is. His camera's there, and we said if you don't have a camera, you can't play.
Yep.
You're banned.
The camera. Yeah.
Because he plays Magic.
Yeah. You guys play any Magic this week, JB?
Trying to think, did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I went to F&M.
Oh, yeah, you played some Legacy.
Yeah, just goofed around. I mean, it was fun. It wasn't real Legacy because, it wasn't like a tournament format, so we were just kind of round-robining with everyone.
Yeah.
And then I got to play EDH with my terrible EDH deck, and I made Ollie suffer miserably because I managed to turn 3 what's that ensnaring bridge? And his deck was like, I have to attack.
What was he playing? Gishin? Was he playing Gishin?
Is that the big creature? No, Gyruda. The one that makes copies and flips stuff. And
even guy. The companion.
Yeah.
That one's like, I'm assuming his entire deck was clones.
Yes. He was playing that.
Sweet.
And then sooner or later he hit something to destroy the
He used to play this nasty Kozilek deck.
I don't really play EDH with people because unless it's at at the local shop that we have, that is like CEDH, because then you can just be completely cutthroat. Whereas like when I've experienced when you go with like random people, you have to be somewhat polite to not kind of be a dick. So if I can't be in an environment where I can just be horrible like we are in the Fite Nites, I have no interest.
Right, or you have to be like content with losing.
Yeah,
like I'm okay. I can play with like random people because like I can look past it. With you guys, I get angry because it's you guys.
Well, we have to be.
But
we can't. The rule is
right,
can't
win. It's nasty when it's a 3v1 every time. But
that's what you get.
I used to play EDH a lot with Ali way back in the day.
Yeah. I think that's my thing is like, because I sat down and played with a random group too. Like, I mean, I knew most of the people in it or whatever, and we played games before, like Modern and whatnot. But they were like, "Yeah, you just want to make it a 5-man and come over here and play." And I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" And I don't know. I just got to make decks that I don't plan on winning with, and then I can not care and just do goofy things and like pick on people here and there and like have fun with it.
Yeah, I'm always targeting people all the time. I'm always like,
I hate 5-player. I hate 5-player. I hate 5-player EDH so much.
Why?
It takes so long to get to your turn.
It takes so long. So like whenever I play a 5-player game, I always play Perforos because I need to make the game end.
Yeah, everybody's gonna die now. That's a good move. That's the right move, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Josh, do you get any magic in? Are you still doing magic at work at all or no?
I did not get any magic in the last week, but I ordered our Jim and I's boxes for
Brothers War, or for
for Dominaria United. So we're gonna start Dominaria United League on Monday.
I mean, you guys are a little late to the party.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, Brothers War doesn't come out for like another month? November?
Soon. I mean, tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, and so tomorrow they're going to be doing their weekly Magic update, and they're doing Brothers War spoilers tomorrow. Or they're going to.
You didn't want to do the unset? You could order the unset.
I'm not spending money on unset. I was like begrudgingly buying these Dominaria boxes, but I guess there's a lot of value in there because like you open a Liliana, you get half your money back.
Yeah.
Which I guess I shouldn't condone gambling because I hate gambling. But so I ordered those. I think I'm gonna go play Legacy tomorrow. It's possible.
You mean in 2 days?
In 2 days.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
it's Wednesday, not Thursday.
We are fortunate.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
We got it. We're fortunate enough that our monthly Legacy turnout is this Friday, and usually I think we're gonna hit over 30 this week, which would be fantastic.
We hit over 30 last week or last
Well,
time.
yeah,
It's like
I think it's just
34
gonna be
or
consistently 30 until probably December. I'm assuming the last week of December, everybody's just gonna chill.
I guess
Oh,
school is
they
in
did
session right now.
announce. They did announce that they are pushing it back by a week, starting next month because Halloween,
Holidays.
yeah, like holidays all fall exactly on the last Friday of the month.
It'll be
So
the first week
So
of the month.
no,
no,
it's going to be this. He said it wrong. They're making it a week early. It's the
I think
second to last.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. That's a
They're
local.
pushing
You'll figure it out.
forward. They're pushing it forward a week, not back a week.
Yeah, either way.
it might be back a week. I can't remember. Something they're
It's
doing
forward.
something.
It's forward.
I didn't get really any Magic in. I've just been drafting a ton of Dominaria. This set's really, really good.
Is it?
What should I
Yeah,
play?
for sure. There's a 5-color like domain deck that's like solid, but everybody's going for it, so you can kind of get punished if you're not drafting correctly. And then there's some aggro decks that keep it in check, which is like black white, red white, and Gruul. All three of those decks, if they just get off on an early start, they just smash you. And then lastly, there's like a blue white Flyers deck, and then cards like Essence Scatter and Negate, or Essence Scatter goes a long way because everything has kicker in this set, and so many people just refuse to play like that Phyrexian Cleric for as a 2/3 lifelinker when you should just play it as a 2/3 lifelinker. People are just so like content, or they want to hold on to value so hard in this set, so then they want to kick everything, and then Essence Scatter just embarrasses all those cards. You're just like, oh, you spend 6 mana, counterspell. So
Got him.
it's a huge. Essence Scatter is huge in this set.
Jim is going to probably destroy me because he knows all these decks probably because he plays arena like all day because it's the he's a dad and like that's his escape.
Yeah.
Whereas like I have no idea. I can tell you that Shieldred and Liliana are in Dominaria United and that's about it.
Shieldred is the bombiest bomb in that set. It is when it hits the table, you have like 3 turns, if that. Like I know it's like only a 2-point life swing every single time, but if you have any kind of like value cards that draw cards or anything like that, you just take so much damage, and they can just sit there, and you have to try to get through a 4/5 Death Toucher. It just never works. Like the card it's a 4-mana card, so it just comes down so early. That card is an absolute beating.
Right. I can tell you that like that's the only card I know in the set, so I'm gonna like build the worst sealed deck ever, and Jim's just gonna steamroll me.
Yeah, you just play. The format's got a lot of tap lands too, and a lot of the cards you get at like sick value. There's like a 5-mana red 4/4 Reacher when it ETBs. If you have it deals a damage per domain to target player, so you just get to play like a 4/4 Reach that's a Lava Axe. You're just like Lava Axe. Then you like trade it off, and then you use like Urborg's Reckoning, which is return target creature, or if you've kicked it, you can return target creature and a permanent card and gain 2 life. So like you just cycle those. You're like Lava Axe, block with my Lava Axe, get back my Lava Axe, Lava Axe. It's a fun part of the format. It's like a legit card in the format. It's just a common 4/4 with reach for 5 mana red.
All right.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Pretty good.
Keep an eye out for that card.
But you guys, the way that you guys do your boxes, I know that you like space them out, so your land base will improve over time.
Right. Well, like you get 6 packs day 1, and then it's a pack a day after that.
All right, cool. So, JB, do you want to talk about the death of 5-color?
No, this is not dead. They're changing it.
It's dead.
It's working. We're working on it.
No one liked that format to begin with.
Just everyone got real tired of it. Well, it's because we made so many changes. Well, I shouldn't say so many, but we made a couple of changes that people just stopped showing up.
The format.
They just stopped showing up, and now we're cleaning it up. They're talking about possibly moving to 4-ofs and common, uncommon only. Which
what is this?
That's not fun.
I don't know. It's just a mess, but I don't care. I'll play it.
Play Singleton. Yeah. Just play Singleton 250.
Well, 5-color was never
like I wanted
Singleton.
to do. Like I wanted to play your 5-color deck, and then all you guys had these crazy rules. I'm like, what, bro? I just want to show up with Dreadmaw and play.
If you want to
show up with my bad dinosaurs.
Yeah, you coulda.
If you want people to play the format, if you want any growth in it, I know it's kind of like it's a niche thing. You need to keep it simple. It needs to just be like, here are the rules. This is the ban list. Done. It can't be like, well, we can do this,
Easy.
but not this. It's
But
when
that's what we're working on right now.
Yeah.
Is what rules do we want to set down and then lock them in?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem.
And
Is
that's
people
the
have like their
minute we're done.
people have their pet cards or whatever, and then they're like, well, I want to make sure that my pet card's in here, and I want to make sure my pet card's in here.
Yeah.
I think my biggest issue with the format is if uncards are allowed, I will make a goofy deck. If uncards are not allowed,
uncards should be allowed.
if they are not allowed, I'm just gonna make the best deck,
Yeah.
like whatever I think is the most broken.
Right.
Because that's how I want to play. I want to either be breaking the rules or be breaking the rules.
Yeah, I mean, how else?
You
Like,
guys should just meme.
Yeah.
Just meme. That's
so, like,
what I
when
want to do.
When you look at like Unfinity, right?
Hmm.
And even the previous ones, because I think I played Unstable, I drafted Unstable, but outside of like that 2-month period, that's it. You never see the cards again. They're literally just bulk, and people for like Unstable's reason, you would rip it open to get random here. At least this set has like a reason to open it after the initial.
Shocklands.
Yeah, you got Shocklands. The basics look amazing in the set. Like, it's just what we want, right? Like that's what you need this set to sell. But other than
And there could be sleeper cards.
Dog Planeswalker.
The dog could be real good.
No, the card's a meme.
Well, they actually
That's
they
not
made it
good.
this time so people have a reason to go and buy this product. A lot of
I-
the
Right.
time, people skip.
I
this
want to
This
roll
card-
dice. I just want to roll all the dice.
Yeah, you have the D20. They've introduced it, dude. So much has happened in the last like 2 years of like Magic design where they've opened up. Like we were never going to introduce dice rolling. Boom, a D&D set that has D20 rolling. Perfect. The different types of like mutate, or now we're introducing sticker cards and like flip cards. Or day night, whatever. All these like new mechanics that were difficult to track. They're just like, screw it, let's throw it in there. People don't like them, they'll let us know. But unfortunately, they're in the format. A lot of these, they just make sure that they're not hyper competitive. Like, I don't think from like a legacy or even a modern standpoint, there's like a realistic night day card. Like, there's one in like Pioneer, which eventually 4 years down the line we'll have Pioneer Masters, and then everything that's ever been printed in Pioneers will all be overshadowed by Pioneer Masters.
Well, that's why I thought it was interesting that one card, because like I've never looked at day night because I've written it off as garbage in the formats that I like, right? And then I found that card that was the 3-mana black card that has ward, pay one, you discard a card, and I was like, wow, this is actually okay. Like this card could see play at some point in the future,
Right.
and that's why I like have fun making deck restrictions like that, because then I can look at things I've never really paid attention to.
Yeah. All right. So we got a list of things I want to go over. One, we'll talk a little bit about Infinity. We went over it a lot. We'll go over the actual set mechanics, which have all been released. Warhammer. The only thing I don't like what they did here is, I don't know if you know this, Warhammer and Infinity both drop on the same day. They both drop on the 7th of October, which is a little frustrating. Yeah, they have the same day drop. So I have a theory about that I'll get into later. Talk a little bit about some of the meme stuff there, the things that people are unhappy about with the Vegas event going on, and all that. We'll talk a little bit about our Fite Nite. I think Jeff picked the mono black deck, so I don't know what you guys want to do. I don't care what deck I get; it doesn't matter to me.
Didn't I get first pick? Did I not win the last two?
I don't know why this has changed.
Everyone just continues to pick for me,
Yeah.
apparently.
We're talking about the Warhammer decks, right? I picked Grixis.
Yeah, so it's you can have either. Yeah, I know you got we got both. You can either pick the. I don't care which one I get. I'm getting all 4 of them, and then I'm getting another set of 4 of like the premium ones.
Are you opening them all?
No, I'll use them as giveaways. And stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And
I don't know. What are the 2 options left, apparently?
There's like a Teamer one and an Esper one.
I mean, I'm going to play Esper.
Okay,
Give me Esper.
I'm gonna
Oh, I
get
figured anyway.
I get the trash Teamer one, which is all X spells. And then
Nice.
Then we'll talk a little bit about the Pro Tour and how its numbers were embarrassingly low because it's an Alchemy one. No surprise there. I think the end of season 1 for RCQs is done. So we'll go from there, and then again we'll kind of circle back around and talk a little bit about spoilers. I do want to go to the urzasheadmaster.com or whatever that website is. I love that that's a thing.
No, it's the same abilities. That land has the same abilities as the Planeswalker does, but it's any of them. So you can hit the ults. So you can hit ultimates on the cost pay for it.
Yeah, you just spend 7 mana. Yeah, you get that.
And I think it might be
That's
all the.
mean.
I think it might only be alts, but when I was doing it, it seemed like it was like a lot of alts,
Yeah.
like
There
Planeswalker
was some
alts.
pretty
So I was
bad
like, oh,
stuff
that's
in there.
good.
It was like 7 mana, 3 damage to something. There was some pretty bad stuff in there.
Because they didn't have the list broken out like they do for Headmaster, but when I was rolling it, it all seemed kind of like what Headmaster had,
Okay.
or whatever his name is, Urza the Planeswalker, the
It is
Unplaneswalker.
all the abilities that Urza had. There's nothing new added to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a banger of one. So that's cool, and I know that one's specifically an Unfinity card because it references outside the game. But I guess we can go right into the Vegas event, and then I do want to talk about how the MTG Summit looks more appealing, to be honest.
Wait, so I got a question.
Yeah.
All right. You know how last week we talked about the dice rolling issue?
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, I trust Ask Urza more than I do the dice rolling because Ask Urza is ran by Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't it be okay to play a card like that?
I mean, it's an uncard, but yeah, I mean, you'd be okay because as long as you get access to the companion app, which I did learn today and the day prior that Ink Moth Nexus on the companion app gives you not the updated Oracle text.
Wait, really?
Yeah, on Gather it has it, but the companion app again has failed
That's
us once
so
again.
funny.
Yeah.
Why?
Because WotC
You think
has
they
to do. The theme of this episode is WotC try harder because
You think they'd pull from the same place? Why wouldn't they pull from the same place?
Dude, I have no idea. It is a great question, but so I don't know if they've confirmed on-demand events for the Vegas. So anybody that's like a last minute and they choose to go, you might end up paying for a ticket and having to walk around and not be able to participate in any constructed or kind of events like that.
Wait, is this where we're complaining about this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, we're in that segment finally.
Yeah.
There is. I mean, granted, I didn't really think that I was going to be able to make it to Vegas anyways. But one of the major reasons why I said no, I'm just not going, is because there were no plans for on floor events. Like the whole point of me going to a lot of those bigger things is I want to just go and sign up for a thing, show up and hope that it fires, and then if it doesn't, go do something else.
Yep.
And so not having on-demand events is like completely detrimental to like what I would want to do at a big event.
Yeah, when you get out of this, you want to play this much Magic, whereas instead of now, you have to schedule everything out, and then you have FOMO when you don't get into something you don't want, or you get into something you want. So it sucks. Like I think that whole thing is a huge drop the ball. I don't know if they've confirmed on-demand events at this point. I don't know. It sounds like
I was on the fence. I was on the fence, but I am 100% out now. Like, there's no way I go.
So crazy. I don't know why they wouldn't be firing events. Dude, you're making money off of people anyways. Why wouldn't you just be like, yeah, well, constantly, you want 8 people to show up and play a draft of Modern Masters? Cool. We'll do it.
It sucks Jeff's not here because Jeff is still like going, and
well,
he's
that's
like
why we can talk about how he made such a bad decision to go.
He bought the Black Lotus
package. He is in some of the events. I don't think he made a bad decision.
No,
but
whatever.
I know it's going to suck when he shows up there and there's no like drafts or anything firing.
I was going to say when he gets his butt whooped in a major event.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
that sucks.
They totally booked the small room or something.
Yeah, it's a rough one to look at. For the 30th anniversary, you think they would do a little bit better. That's all there is. Like I expect more, but you know what? My bar is super low right now, other than like give me good draft sets and keep making products I want to buy, which they continue to do. And that's, you know what, my connection to Magic is that's where I'm at right now. As far as the RCQs and all that, those other issues that they've had in the past, like the whole RCQ system where literally every store provider had to go reach out to the people that won their events because the people that won their events didn't get their emails, and then they're like, what the hell? And then they had like this mass blast of, whoops, we screwed up, guys, so find the people that won your event and then tell them to sign
that's
up.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
so stupid.
Again, there are things that we can work on, or not we, but Wizards can work on for sure, like Companion. It is your DCI. It's your central hub to kind of hold all of us player base. This is where you collect your data. You literally get to see how many people are participating in FNMs by the amount of events are running. put some money into it. I don't know why you haven't done that. It's really bad.
Blasphemous.
Yeah. It's such like a minimal effort to be like, hey, we've only put this much money into Companion. Should we update it? Nah, just let it run. It's fine. And then we've had like so many crash reports. It can't handle big tournaments. People just endless issues with that. Maybe they're debugging, but I don't know.
It's not like people aren't talking about it either.
Right.
You know, if people aren't talking about it, I could see why they'd be like, just sweep it under the rug. Who cares?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, you know, whatever weird MTGO stuff happens, like, most people don't talk about, so they can usually just ignore it until it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. People notice this. People hate this app. People don't use it for important tournaments.
I mean, we're in the world of like where information spreads immediately. Once there's a problem, it gets blasted on Twitter, and then everybody just memes out on it. It's just like, we all know how rancid this app is. Just put a little bit of effort. I don't know what it takes to develop an app, but I can guarantee you get some fan-made one that will outperform it easily. Like if somebody just did it as their personal pet project, they'd probably outperform it. But
all right, I got a real question here.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit-style pizza or stuffed crust?
I don't know, dude.
I like Detroit. What's Detroit style
It's
pizza?
like that box. It looks like it's like airy.
It's square, and then you get like, you know, it's like pan pizza, and you get the cheese on the bottom and the sauce on the top.
You can cook it like in a cake pan.
Yeah.
Anyways, neither.
I'm asking because I'm ordering right now.
Get thin crust like an adult, please.
I mean, that's also a good choice,
Stuffed
but
crust is terrible, dude. All right.
What?
Last thing I want to say about the Magic 30, there was a pretty funny Magic 30 Cosplays contest prizes, right? They got updated on September 26th. They clearly had a little bit of backlash because of how bad the prizes were, but first place, I guess it was $3,000 in cash prizes. Yeah. So the initial one was just like a Joanne's gift card, like Joanne's fabric gift card.
That is insane to me. Is that what that was about?
Yes. Everybody's like, what? Like, this is the best you can offer?
Because cosplayers love to go to Joanne's fabric, I'm sure. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm sure some of them use it as a way to pick up material and stuff, but like, dude, that's not what they want for a prize.
Right. So the initial one was, and they fixed it. They've made it so the first place prize is now $3,000 plus like you get badges for next year. But the initial prize was the first place one gets a $200 gift card, fabric gift card, a 2-day badge for an upcoming event, and then a hotel room to be used at any upcoming event. Yeah, that was it.
How much was the gift card for?
$200. So maybe some fabric for their cosplay. Anyways,
man,
you spend
that's
$160
bad.
on a badge. You travel to this thing, go spend a hotel, and then you're like, here's a $200 gift card. They've updated it like dramatically. The outcry was just like, are you serious right now, Wizards? Are you even trying? But they've fixed it as of Monday. As of Sunday, they've increased it to be $3,000 cash prize plus a $200 gift card to join. You still get that. The gift card's already been paid for, so they're not letting that go.
That's first place, but what's second place?
Second place is $1,750 in cash prizes plus $150.
Oh, okay.
It's way
all
better.
right. Well, I guess they kind of that's a lot better.
They made a lot better by a ton. So beautiful effort by Wizards, but dude, come on. First place.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You did your best. Here's a Joanne's gift card.
Pretty bad.
Joanne's fabric. Sorry.
Yeah.
So there's an event that follows this kind of shortly after, which I think is actually going to suck some of the
energy
from the Vegas. 'Cause I think Vegas is in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No. It's longer than that.
Okay, it might be the end of
like
October.
a month.
Yeah. So
it's like a month.
This is 2 weeks after. So, yeah, this has on-demand events here. It has pretty much all the greats from all of Magic's history showing up, which include like LSV, John Finkel, Cedric Phillips, just a whole. If you look at like these are all the content creators here, and I'm sure there's gonna be other people that are content creators that are showing up, but there's a ton of people here.
That's what I was about to say. This reminds me of. This isn't really. I don't know. I don't mind content creators, and like I like certain people, right? But I don't want to go to a convention that's based around content creators, and it makes me think of like the YouTube cons or whatever in like
Sure.
California sometimes. You know, I'm talking about like the influencer cons, basically, is what they nickname them.
Yeah.
And that's what this reminds me of, is like influencer convention.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like,
this is kind of what GPs were anyways. GPs already had all
I
these
know.
people at it, but yeah, it's there's a lot.
And I see that like the events are cool, and like I'm glad they're doing something similar to what most Magic players are expecting when they go to a large event.
Yep. So I think what the craziest thing is, like, the first place, there's a Black Lotus tournament, a pre-release. So a pre-release for Brothers War, first place gets a Black Lotus.
Wow.
It's only $100 too to enter. So if you think about that, it's, you pay for a pre-release, which we'll call it $50 at a convention level. It's
How much is the Lotus? Like 10 grand?
I don't know. It changes, but I don't know if it's what it's unlimited. So they'll get an unlimited Black Lotus, and then obviously second and 32nd place will get prize ticks, which I can complain all day about it, but I hate prize ticks. I'm sure everybody else hates prize ticks.
It's an easy way to obfuscate
100%
giving less for more.
Yep. But the overall events, they have multiple 5Ks. They have like you get a chance to draft with LSV or John Vingle. It's called Draft with the Pros. And then there's the Brothers War first pre-release, and then there's a vintage cube draft there that's going to be happening, which I think is pretty cool. Every day has like a 5K that then continues on to the next day, so you can enter in multiple different 5Ks if you want, and then again all these different drafts. But the biggest thing is you have a ton, like, there's different passes. You get the VIP pass, which I don't think it's limited. I think it's just like as many people as want to buy it, or I'm sure maybe there's a cap. I don't know. They haven't announced it yet, but a ton of stuff is like included with that. But overall, like, just to get into the event, it's pretty cheap, man. It's I think that's a genius idea. But again, this event looks like, even the modern 5K, it's just $50 to enter. That's really cheap.
What is this called?
The MTG Summit. So this is like a new thing. I don't know what this is, but I don't know.
I think they came out in response to the lack of events and stuff at MTG 30 is what I heard from the couple of things that I watched on it.
Yeah, so I don't know. Do you need? I think this is actually like, I think you can just go here. I don't think you actually need to register for a badge. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you do either.
Nope. This is like an old GP. This is exactly like what Magic players want. So I think this is going to have a better turnout than Magic 30. I really do. I think this is going to kick Magic 30's ass.
100%. 100%. Because it's going to be cheaper for one.
Everything looks cheaper. This looks like a GP. That's what it is.
Right.
Except it's not called. They call it the Magic Summit because maybe the Grand Prix or whatever is taken away.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
As far as
Plus, if the creator.
Have either of you ever been to Utah? Because I have. It's a weird place.
Is it?
Like the beers, like beer in like Utah is like 3.2%.
I remember hearing that if you go to a bar, they have to mix it behind a curtain.
Yeah, or you have to like buy a membership to the bar, which is normally free or whatever. It's a very weird place.
Yeah,
it's because they have a bunch of like Mormon laws in place that
it's a bunch of like prehistoric laws.
Yeah, it's super weird. But I remember hearing about the alcohol curtain where they mix it behind a curtain at the bar and then bring the drink out after the drink is mixed with like soda or whatever.
So yeah, at this event, all the on-demands you can get are the $20 for any on-demand, which includes Draft, Pioneer, Standard, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Pauper, Brawl, Two-Headed Giant, and that's just great. Fantastic idea. Good job. I think that this is going to be a slam dunk, and they have Legacy, pre-release, 5K, and Pioneer. I wonder if this is actually going to be like a true pre-release, or this gets released at the same time as Brothers War. I'm not sure. Yeah. But this thing, I think, is going to be a slam dunk. I'm hoping that it's
on top of that, if you are looking for interacting with the creators you like or whatever, they have like specific events that's what I was looking at, because you kind of scrolled over it, but there's like specific events that you can go to that are like, hey, we have X, Y, and Z here to have a draft pod with 2 random people and 6 people from the internet that you like.
Right.
Which, I mean, whatever. That's not really my thing, but like, if it is your thing, cool. You can do that.
Yikes. Yeah.
Well, you can do whatever you want. If you really like your creators, your content creators, have fun, enjoy it.
Yeah, dude, that's such a they did I think they did good there. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about, let me get my little notes up, sorry. I'm learning here. I'm learning how to
Way to go.
multitask. All right.
Do they have the vendors up for that?
They said they're going to be vendors there. I don't think there's a confirmed. It might be like an old GP style where there's 15, 20 vendors there.
You just buy a slot.
Yep. And maybe they're cheaper. I don't know. I could talk about the Pro Tour. The Crokies, which is one of the higher streamers, outperformed the Magic the Gathering by 1,000.
What does he stream? MTGO or MTGA?
It's probably a mix. I don't actually follow Crokies in any capacity. Let me see who he is. I don't know who this guy is. He's part of Team
Because if
Liquid.
he streams Arena and he beat out the Pro Tour that was on Arena, that's pretty bad.
He's primarily, it looks like he's Arena. Yeah, he just primarily does Arena. My God. Cool. So this is like the Crokies is the guy that just is the forefront of Arena. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Beating out Alchemy. Well, he probably
now
did
that you say that, I recognize the name. Yeah. I do recognize the name now.
I don't really know anything about him, but he's part of Team Liquid, so pretty sweet that he was outperforming. So Magic the Gathering, like peak, they hit about 3,400, and Crokies was at 4,100.
Crazy.
Well, what do you expect, man?
Who likes this story? They had the numbers too.
It's Alchemy.
Alchemy. I mean, they had the numbers. They knew how many people played in Alchemy. None.
One.
Well, somebody in our chat says Alchemy is in a format, and you can't make me think it is. Yeah, you're correct. You're absolutely correct, Colby. You are right.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. There's some that had to be their last ditch effort, because I think going forward from here, everything is just gonna have to be paper, right? Like you could do. They used to do once a year. They used to have a Magic Online Championship, and then they would, you could do once a year Arena, but just keep it its own thing.
Yeah, and then it gets ported into being into the Pro Tour or whatever.
Yeah, it can be like, here's your invite to what this is, which I think we just hit the end of our first RCQ season, so we're going to see the next level of Magic coming up, and I think it's either the first week of February or the last week of January for what the Pro Tour that you have qualified for. So I think it's exciting. It would be nice to see what kind of effort is put in towards the production of like paper play.
They better do something.
It's been 4 years since we've seen a significant paper event that is not like the Energy or the SCG series. So I would really hope that there was true effort put into it. If there's not, I'm gonna be again. I'm not gonna be flabbergasted, because I think WotC right now has some kind of like, let's get out of pro play, constructed play, make everything paper related just to Commander, and then do Arena for all our. Well, they try doing esports. Top 3 esports. We're going to be a top 5 esports card game. All of that is just, fell right on its face.
Oh, yeah. And to answer, Alchemy is an arena-only format where they edit cards to try and curb issues in the standard format or in the historic format.
They also interject cards 3 weeks after a set that are Alchemy themed, that are connected to, like, for example, Dominaria United will have Alchemy only cards that you can only play on Alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's also got like Hearthstone mechanics too, right?
It is
Alchemy cards.
It is just Hearth. It's just Hearthstone. We've gone into it in other casts. None of us really play Alchemy. It's a rotating format that is a response to Hearthstone, except Hearthstone does everything that Alchemy wants to do, but better. And we all have a lot of things that we don't like about Alchemy, and that is just because of the connection of, I want to be able to know what my cards do in paper, and then I want them to be simulated the same online, whereas Alchemy changes that dynamic, which complete trash.
Crazy.
Yeah, just completely awful. But I don't know who's at WotC right now that is still pushing for Alchemy, but your goose is cooked, as the term would be. It's done. It's done. Like, come on, throw it
Get
in the
done.
trash. Stop putting development towards it. Let it be. Yeah. All right, dudes. So, Unfinity has a lot of people upset, especially in Commander Pods, because I did make a post on socials, and with that post came a lot of people saying, if someone sits down across me with stickers, I will get up and concede the game. So now I have to go get all the stickers and make people concede
That's
the game
too
before the
funny.
game started.
Yeah. You just have a single sticker card. It's not even good in the deck.
Yeah, I want to convince people to protest, and the way to protest is to rip up these stickers so they become more and more rare to find. So they're just hard. Everybody destroy your stickers.
You can make bank.
Yeah.
Stack them.
Yeah. So I know last week it was just you and I, JB. We didn't really go too deep in the mechanics of the set, but everything's kind of been revealed out. So they have what a sticker card is, and there's 4 different functions of the sticker. It has name, which you can add to any card, and you can extend the name. You can put it in between spaces or whatever. You got just your art, which is just cosmetics. I don't know if they have anything to do with anything outside of like uncard mechanics from there. But then there's another set, which is an ability, which you have to spend tickets on, which there are cards that accumulate tickets that you can then have the ability to exchange tickets in for one of these abilities, like the one that's shown on the screen, which is, pay 2 tickets to get trample, pay 3 tickets to give this creature monstrosity 3. And then the last one is power and toughness stickers, where you can spend tickets to then take a power and toughness and then place it over the displayed power and toughness of any creature that you specifically own, not control, you own. They don't want anybody to allow anybody to put stickers on, cards that they don't own, if you will. So,
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be funny to be like, nah, I'm putting a sticker on here.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put the mine sticker right there.
Yep. So they give an example of like what these cards do. When they ETB or when they die, you gain tickets, and then you can use those tickets to do something else. The other mechanic that there is what's called the attractions. The attractions have their own deck, and you shuffle up the deck, and then when you would visit an attraction, you open up. Sorry, there's a mechanic called like open up a mechanic or an attraction. There's cards that when they die or ETB, you open an attraction. You take the top card of the attraction deck and you put it in play. It's an artifact, and then it has dash attraction. If these attractions would be destroyed for any reason, they don't go specifically to your graveyard. They go to a different zone called the junkyard. That's its own thing.
Okay, so in that example you have up right there.
Yep.
Visit Scry 1.
Yep.
There is no way to win that attraction, right?
What do you mean win it?
There's no prize.
So when you visit, you have to roll a dice. If you hit 2, 3, or 6, you have successfully visited any Scry 1.
Oh, okay. And
Yep.
then there's some that have a prize.
Yep.
So
when told to open up an attraction, put the top card of the attraction on the battlefield. Each attraction has a light up number 1 through 6 in the lower right corner. Different versions have the same, whatever, blah, blah, blah. 1 will never be lit up, and 6 will always be lit up. Okay, at the beginning of your main phase of each turn, you roll to visit your attraction by rolling a 6-sided dice. If the result is one of the lit up attractions, you visited that attraction, causing the ability to trigger. So if you have 5 attractions opened up and you roll 6, I think that's like the crit, right? You roll a 6 and you hit all those.
unless they have a prize, because then you'll win the prize and it'll destroy it.
Yeah, it goes to the junkyard. So, but as soon as it goes to the junkyard, you replace it with another one. So if you destroy this, like a dart throw, you win the dart throw, it goes away. You then open up another attraction. So it immediately replaces itself.
And yes, there are legal Unfinity cards. Anything that doesn't have an acorn sticker is legal. So if the card has the oval circle or no sticker at all, you can play it in any EDH or any legacy format.
Yeah,
so
Eternal,
legacy, EDH, and
Pauper.
Vintage. That's it.
Pauper.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Eternal.
So like we look at this one. Fortune Teller has no sticker here, and then the example below it, Dart Throw, it has the acorn sticker, meaning that this won't be legal outside of a game of Unfinity or casual. But so let me just go with the rules on these. And so for constructed play, which I think is the biggest concern with these, in constructed, you have to have 10 different versions of stickers. They can't, and none of them, you can't have any duplicates, and you must play with 10 of them. So at the beginning of the game, if you want to play with stickers, you shuffle up this sticker pile, and then 3 are chosen at random, and then those are the ones you get to play with for that game. The attractions deck is similar in that sense. You have to have 10 unique ones. None of them are the same. You shuffle them up in the attractions deck, and then when things visit, you just reveal the top one off the attraction deck, and then it goes into play. Those are how those two mechanics work for that. The other mechanics in the set, such as hats, don't apply because they're all Galaxy, or sorry, they're all Acorn cards because it's all dealing with dexterity. And then there's another subset of cards which are legal, which have Wizard of the blank or blank Goblin. So there's those stickers that we showed earlier of just the name stickers. You can add those to those things. They usually indicate that they do something in play with that sticker, whether it be an ETB effect or such. Last thing is dice, which a big part of the set, which is all 6-sided dice, which is kind of the fun. And then they have one other mechanic, which is people outside the game, which, JB, if 5 color survives this current change, you'll be contacting me.
Yeah, there's a card that specifically says call someone and make them pick A, B, C, or D. Don't tell them what it's about, and then you get an effect based on that.
Yep. So, I know we've been talking in our chat here, guys. The thing is, we've probably identified 2, maybe 3 cards that people are going to play that, in Eternal that could be considered. The biggest one I think you and I talked about with Josh, which is going to cause some confusion, especially because the companion is farts, is Embiggen.
Yeah, I like this card.
Yep. They made sure that it didn't work with Changeling. So you can't target a Changeling and get plus 200, whatever it is. You have to target a non-Brushwag.
Brushwags in particular.
Yeah, Brushwag specifically, and Changeling is indeed a Brushwag. But this card is green until it's an instant speed card. Until end of turn, target non-Brushwag creature gets +1/+1 for each super type, card type, and subtype. This is the talk of the town because this goes with, it gives target Inkmoth Nexus +5/+5 for a green.
I have a question.
He's busted.
If I were to target a non-Brushwag,
Okay.
and then change it into a Changeling while that was on the stack, does it fall off?
So this is already resolved ability. It doesn't do anything.
No, it's on the stack.
Okay, it would fizzle.
It would fizzle, but it wouldn't fall off.
It'd be like if
not target.
If you Doombladed something in mine and then I hexproofed it, same thing.
Okay.
So yes, you cannot make it infinite plus infinite.
Okay, darn. I was like, could I make my guy into a Changeling in response?
Yeah. Yeah. So this card has some confusion because Inkmoth Nexus has been errated to be a Phyrexian, so it's got 3 card types of creature, artifact, land, and then it's got subtypes of Phyrexian and Blink Moth, so it gets +5/+5. So this is your one shot. Is this any better than anything what Infect is doing now? I don't know what you would switch out, to be honest, because everything in Infect is either mutagenic growth with free, and then Berserk kind of does the same thing as this card.
And protection. There's protection too. Yep. And there's like Become Immense, I think, is like a better option.
+6, yeah, that does require some work to it.
Scale up.
Well, I mean, the current
scale up.
Scale, yeah, right. Scale up does the same thing. It adds +6, but it's sorcery speed. So
Right. I think this card's good.
I just don't know what you would cut right now because right now the deck plays Wild Size, which is a free.
Scale up.
It's free. Mutagenic Growth, which is free. Become Immense and the Scale Up both do the same thing of making it +6. Or Scale Up actually gives +5, which this is the same thing to specifically Inkmoth Nexus, but non-Inkmoth Nexus targets only gives +3/+3 in that current list.
I would cut Scale Up for this card because this is instant speed.
Oh yeah, you get to play games with
That's
it, right?
that's what I would do.
On a generic creature,
it's +3/+3.
like a Tarmogoyf, it's +2/+2.
Because like even the Glistener Elf gets +4/+4.
It's an elf creature. It's an elf Phyrexian
Phyrexian.
creature. 3. That's a giant growth to Glistener Elf. Unless Glistener Elf has like a rogue type to it. Let me see.
There's something else. I think I remember reading Glistener Elf was +4. Just look up Glistener Elf. Yeah.
I don't know how to spell it.
But
Gliss. We'll try Gliss.
T.
Got it.
There's a T.
That's an elf warrior. Yeah, you're right. It gives +4/+4.
Yeah.
And then
it gets +4/+4 for Glistener Elf.
Blight. Blooded Agent, Human Rogue. So yeah, it's Phyrexian. So it's actually, I think you're right, Josh. This might be the card to put in your deck.
Okay.
All right.
I would cut Scale Up for this card. Also, the flavor text is Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
On the
The scale,
the
not
flea.
scale up.
Flea Circus?
Embiggen?
No,
Big,
Flea.
yeah.
Sir, I see. Okay, play on words. Love it.
Yeah. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, so there's that card. It's a common that's not going to cost anything. Which
Yep.
is nice. So I think people are.
This is the best card in the set.
It's close. It's close. It's relative. If Infect is a thing, Infect hasn't been a thing for a couple years now. But yeah.
It is an EDH.
It'll steal F&M though.
Oh, dude, for sure. The other card, which I know Josh loves, is Blank Goblin. And yes, go ahead, say it.
Mine Goblin, these nuts.
So this card here, Blank Goblin. This is one of the cards that actually involves stickers. So, people have already kind of mathed it all out. If you do this X amount of a culmination of these 10 stickers, 30% of the time it's going to add 4 red. 40% of the time it's going to add 5 red, so a Seething Song, and then 30% of the time it's going to add 6 red. This card, when it enters the battlefield, put a name sticker on it, add red for each unique vowel in that sticker. So, yeah, this can be better than Seething
And we
Song.
haven't seen all the stickers yet, so...
They showed them. All 48 are revealed.
They are?
Revealed. Yep,
Okay.
the whole set's out.
Gotcha.
Yep. So, yeah.
Seems good. Seething Song with a body.
Yeah.
It's like
And
a bonus.
it also,
and it gets around Force of Negation.
yeah, that too. Also, if you have some way to blink it or bring it back from your graveyard, the only downside is you can't bring it back from your graveyard with Past in Flames.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is questionable. It depends on what version you're playing, and I don't know. Do most of them play Past in Flames?
They're all Bergie based, right? The mono red versions.
All right, well then you're probably not playing this if you're playing Past in Flames.
Yeah.
But it could see play in some goofy stuff.
Either way, this is the reason that you sit down across from your opponent and shuffle up 10 sticker cards and say, okay, reveal this. And you might as well just throw an attraction there while you're at it. And then with that attraction card, you have to set up zones. So I think the goal of anybody who wants to be obnoxious is make a million zones. And actually, I'm sure there's going to be somebody making a custom playmat where you have an energy zone, a poison counter zone, a foretell zone, just
an
every
adventure zone.
Yeah, adventure zone. Yep. Just lay it all out and be like, yeah, this is my deck. So, people are the biggest concern with like all these cards were like, this is annoying. I don't like this. And when you really look at the cards that are Eternal Legal, none of them are like game breaking in the sense of like they add a funny sticker on it. So what? They have to shuffle it. Nothing interacts with your card. And as far as the space on the field, I don't know if you've played any games of EDH that are casual. It's already a mess as it is.
Yeah.
There's a million
it's just
things
piles of cards.
Yep. There's a million things going on. Did we lose Josh? We might have lost Josh.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, forget him. He died. All right.
He's gone.
No, he's back, baby.
He's back.
Josh.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Was it just me that crashed?
Yeah, you crashed, baby. You died.
Oops. Sorry.
Okay, everybody's gone.
No, my screen moved.
Then I think there's one other card that may be relevant in this set. Oh, this is the most obnoxious one. Exchange of Words. This is probably going to be every judge's nightmare by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this last week a little bit, and it's a playable enchantment, but exchange the word of 2. When it enters the battlefield, choose 2 target creatures. For as long as your exchange of words remains in the battlefield, exchange the text boxes of those creatures.
But if either creature dies, this thing dies too.
Does it say that?
The way it's written, this can't exist unless both cards exist. Or this has no effect if both cards aren't there.
For as long as exchange of words remains in the battlefield, exchange those text boxes of those creatures. I don't know how it works. I guess
this doesn't leave, but this doesn't do anything if both creatures aren't there anymore. Is what the full ruling is.
So do they switch back?
Correct.
Okay.
This ability doesn't work anymore.
Is there anything beneficial with this? Is there anything to like give something exchange?
No, this is a meme.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna play this card. Oh, you better believe I'm gonna play this. I don't even care if it sucks. I'm just gonna take it.
This is gonna be one of those cards where I'd like to see how it performs on Magic Online to see if it could break the system. So, yeah, this is So
Gonna be a
Unfinity,
good card.
yeah, it's Infinity's coming out in less than I guess week and a half. I don't know if they're doing like an official pre-release for it. I'll probably play one pre-release and then kind of call it a day with this.
Yeah.
I typically don't care for these. I'm getting a collector booster of it just because I want to try to spin the wheel and see if I can get a sweet Shockland. I think there's one guaranteed per box. But yeah, the people don't forget that these things also have insane, what's
Rocks in
called?
it.
Well, just awesome lands. So every packet's like these sweet islands, plains, these awesome, like there's two different versions, like the infinity symbol one, and then there's one that's no text. And then you also get these sweet cards too that look pretty nice. And then you get the beautiful Shocklands, all one of each. So depending on which one you get, they all look amazing. They have a very different format from anything that we're used to seeing. This is why people are going to buy the set. Everything else is kind of just like, I'm playing this for the memes.
The Shocklands come out to about one per draft box, don't they?
I don't know if it's per draft. I'm not sure. I wish I could tell you. I don't know the number on it. I think that's what it assumed it to be. But there is this set. I will mention this. This set does not have any set boosters. This is meant to be drafted. There's draft boosters and collector boosters. That's it.
Huh. No, I thought it was one every collector booster box got a one of those fancy lands.
Yeah, they might be.
I thought it was like 1 in 22 for the Shocklands, which means about one per box.
It could be. Let's see if I
Or
can.
1 in
might be-
27, I think.
Because I know there's the non-full art ones too.
Are there non-full art ones?
I think so.
So you get a foil in each. Yeah, you get a 100% foil in every pack. Each collector booster includes at least 3 galaxy foils plus 1 foil uncard from the list, and then at least 4 rares and more. Boosters. Each booster comes with one. Alright, so each booster display comes with 1 foil borderless Shockland. So the draft boosters are where it's at.
Dude, now's a bad time for this to come out because they're putting a bunch of old uncards into foil for the first time.
Are they really?
So it would have been perfect for my for my 5 color.
Yeah.
Nope.
My God. Why is Best Buy one of the pre-order at Amazon or Best Buy?
Well, I don't know, but whatever.
Best Buy. That's so peculiar.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see it, but
I don't know. I'm gonna try that dog deck, and I'm gonna be happy when it's terrible. But I get to roll like 300 dice once and beat someone with it.
yeah, this will be something that when the 5Ks are happening at the summit, whatever they have, I'm gonna be looking for the legacy one to see who's doing this Comet Stellar Pup thing.
Oh yeah, it's great. Play a bunch of bad cards and roll a bunch of dice.
Yeah, so I'll see if I can play Legacy this week. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get off the leash, if you will. Wife's gonna hard aggro.
Rip you.
No. I want to play. I've had a Legacy deck built for the last 3 months and I haven't been able to play it.
Okay, good.
I know, dude. I know.
Like, I only have like my 60 card stuff left.
Yeah. All right, dudes. Warhammer, I think me and JB are gonna figure out. You're taking Esper, so we already figured that out. We'll do that Fite Nite probably when we all get our stuff, and we'll just figure that out.
Yeah, sometime
Vacation
soon.
that weekend, so it'll have to be like the week after that.
Sure. Well, I mean, whatever. We'll have the stuff. We'll be able to run it. That's gonna be probably it for the show.
Just let me use your deck, and I'll play 2 decks at once.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to hit you first.
You have to have 2 cams.
Yeah,
Get 2
different angles.
Yeah. All right, guys. Before we head out, I guess I'll shoot to the chat to see if they want to ask any questions. I know they asked questions for the thing. What is alchemy? We already explained that. Stickers seem stupid. That is correct. Are there any illegal affinity cards? Yep, there are. And there's some other. And are you able to put stickers onto your bonus card? No, it's only things that you specifically own. So thank God.
That would be obnoxious.
Yeah.
That would be a good way to lose people.
I mean, there are 2 cute ways to get around, like meddling mage and not really meddling mage because you have to play it from your hand, but like Pithy Needle and Sorcerous Spyglass. You could sticker your own thing to then make your marsh flats if you have a capability of putting something on your marsh flats to change it. Yeah.
Thought you stopped my Narset? No.
No. Yeah. Good luck. Guess what? You wanna?
This ain't an R set.
Yeah.
This is a mind in our set.
Don't worry. You have to shuffle up your 10 stickers. All right, dudes. Josh, get us out of here.
A Triceratops could beat a T-Rex. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Oh, come on, man. That's not even true.
No way. 100%. T-Rex ain't got no arms.
I was about to say it's got the